This video will feature some simple tips on how the average person can improve their wildlife filming.
I appreciate all the great comments on my videos. Some of you ask advice at times. In an instance like this, where you have an animal, a wild animal, you don't know what it's going to do. So what I try to do as soon as I get there is get as many close-up shots as I possibly can of the head, of the eyes, of the ears, anything that's close. Realizing that most likely it's probably going to walk away from the area that you're at. And then when it walks away, you get the more pull-out shots. You get the area of the trees all around the animal and stuff like that. That way you got your close-up shots, and then you have your far-away shots, and then that way you can take your close-ups and then fade to the far-away shots, and it kind of looks like there's more cameras than just one. Kind of makes you look a little more, hopefully, pro than just all the other amateur stuff, handheld, really shaky stuff you see here on YouTube.
Another example of these techniques is on my last trip to Kenya, Africa, where I filmed my YouTube series, Safari Lewa. We drove up on this white rhino, and I was sure to get some quick shots of it, as I didn't know if he would stop. But once I knew we were going to stop, I went in as close as I could and filmed his horns and his face. And as this rhino went around and ate, I was sure to film it from as many angles as I could, as he kept turning, hoping that it would make the video seem like it was filmed with more than one camera, since I could fade in from shot to shot, seeming like it was all filmed at once. I'm just one person out there with a small handheld camera, but I want the video to look as good as it can, and hopefully just as interesting to watch as a show you would see on Animal Planet or Geographic. Which brings me to another tip. You can just film, or you can try to do a show in which you educate or entertain. So I could hold the camera and film it like this. Hey, look at that rhino. It looked like a big old unicorn, that big old rhino. Look at that. Did you see this rhino? Look at that rhino. Hey, old rhino. You big old rhino, you. Look at you. Here, rhino. Here, rhino. Or you could look up some information on the internet. This is a white rhino, one of the largest animals on the planet. One of the 2 species of rhino that live in Africa. Its horn is made of keratin, the same material that is found in our fingernails. They have 2 ears. Something like that. I choose to leave in the audio of the surroundings when I talk over, but sometimes with other people talking or the clicking of cameras, it can be distracting. So for instance, let's go back to that elk at Yellowstone. I filmed him roadside, so I have lots of traffic noise in the original shot, but I can later film a quieter area and place that audio on this video track for more of a peaceful feeling like this. Now back to the rhino. When I had a chance to film another Jeep driving up to it and then away from it, I knew I could probably use that footage and say something like, "We drove up to the rhino," or "When we left this rhino and went to see another adventure," and that way it kind of seems like I filmed myself leaving, if that makes sense. Another thing you'll see in my videos is that I've added the simple sound of my camera clicking, and then we'll place pictures in my videos to add an effect like this. Well, I hope these few simple tips will be helpful when you go out and film wildlife. And please remember not to disturb wildlife. It may take a while for the animal to open its eyes or pick its head up or to move closer or away, but don't scare it. Don't throw anything at it or scream at it. These are all things I've seen people do when they want to get that what they think is the perfect shot. And please purchase a zoom lens or a wide angle lens attachment to your video camera or your regular camera so that you don't have to get too close to wildlife. People do stupid things when they want to get close to wildlife. Please respect it. And know that an animal, even like a simple deer, can cause a lot of harm to you if it wants. Please read this video's description for more information, and as always, thanks for watching.